Let's do it. Alright, this is ridiculous. There's so much RNG in best of one, but we're gonna do our best. Jump on into it. See how the jank's gonna do. I'm excited to see how this works. One day, we'll have chat to interact with. I suppose this is a good time. This is my test run. This is where we figure out if everything works. That's pretty good. That's really good. Oh yeah. It's working well. We don't have to drop this. It's vulnerable to what? I read its shocks. They don't actually have a 2-mana burn spell anymore, do they? The anticipate is... Okay. I'm gonna play this and hopefully we can pull cards out of the deck sooner rather than later, because we do not want to draw the vial. Not at all. It's a pretty good target to have vial hit. So we can always tap one to draw it later and then start out. Put down the Diamond Knight, declare blue. It's pretty good. We draw the vial out of the deck and play it now while we have a target. Preparation versus tempo. We don't really want to be casting the anticipate because this is our trigger. So no, I'm just going to get my creature on the board now. Blue. No attacks. Let's see if he swings in. He does, so this could very easily be a combat trick. The Weaponsmith is very, very good. We want to keep him around, but if he was going to trick anything, he wants to trick the knight, so you know what, I'm willing to see what happens here. Alright, no worries. Nothing bad ever happens. Nothing bad ever. So we're at 4 mana. We can cast for 6 to get the big boy down, which I like a lot. I like that a lot. Yeah, let's just put 4/4 onto the field. And now he can try to threaten us with damage, but our swing back is actually pretty awesome. It's getting pretty risky by having not used this already. It's gonna burn down our Diamond Knight, I assume. Yep. Okay.
You can't handle the heat.
And we basically get a free kill on that. So let's and we don't have to put it down right now. We can activate it next turn. I can just play Anticipate, which is fine. He's tapped out right now, so there's nothing he can do. He's gonna have to block this, which is great for us. Do we anticipate, or we just have this down for a future turn? It's nothing for 1 mana we want to use in the deck. Just play this now.
Time for sparks to fly.
Ooh, Mr. Dragon. It's a pretty good threat for him. Send in the attacker just to see what he does. And 2 free kills is just awesome. He has as much mana as he will ever need next turn. We're just going to drop in Dreams. Taking a land isn't actually a terrible idea right now. 2, 4, we need 1 land to hit the golem. So I think I will do that. Triple black in case we draw Vilas. And this is a really powerful card, so we'll take that. Put our land down. Yes, I know I can tap him for mana. This only hits creatures. I cannot ping off Chandra. So even though he has a 3/3 flyer on the board, he is not threatening us with tempo. He may be after this turn, but we have a Meteor Golem can be cast immediately, which is nice. Okay. Gonna jump through a lot of hoops for this one. Yep. 2 for 1 on a Meteor, on my 4/4 Golem. What a guy. What an all-star. My turn. So he left 4 mana open, 2 cards in hand. Doesn't seem like he's doing a lot. Do we stem the bleeding or do we establish our own? That's 3, 5, 6 mana. I just think we play our own flyer. No reason to use the Meteor Golem yet. We'll just put a blocker down. And we don't want to pull anything out of the deck. By not attacking with him, we can activate, the Dragon Fire in his turn, which is nice. I feel like he's holding on to more removal. He definitely has the mana to get past this pay 2 requirement. What's it gonna be? Zekam. Okay. He just sacked his own 3/3 dragon. Alright. He does get it back. That's a pretty low value. He has to hit creatures, right? Yeah. That's pretty low value play. There's nothing he's doing with that extra mana. The only advantage to this is he can now double block Boreal. He thinks. So, yeah, let's just golem him. He does have another threat. We can dig with Anticipate for an answer. We can dig for a lot of things. Ooh. Oh my. What a scary wolf you have. You can pump him so many times. It might almost matter. Pretty ideal target for... I'm just gonna do this now. I'd like to get in for damage. Cool. Very nice. Goodbye, War Chief. We're not sure what you were a chief of, but we definitely appreciated the effort. Alright, so he's going to come in at the end of the turn. With Summoning Sickness, I mean. So we'll just swing with our guys right now. Do a bit of damage. Now we let the demons commence. Soak the altar. Get rid of our early game wall. And he surrenders to the altar. Now, like I was saying during the deck, the drafting phase, that looked really good on the first turn, but the second time that I play it, I'm sacking a pretty decent body on board, and I'm hoping that I discard something bad so I can drop it out of my hand. It's just, the longer you try to pull that effect off, the worse it gets. It's by no means a unlimited sink later in the game. Alright. Game 1, the jank worked. Felt pretty good. I think we have a pretty consistent strategy with what we're trying to pull off. The thief is gonna, I think is gonna underperform with what the deck is doing. That might be something that needs to get cut. Possibly for... For what? Bone Splinter, maybe? Flyer. Main deck Gust. Or the Glorious Hammer, you know, because what a beautiful card. Picking up Weaponsmith was pretty clutch in that game. A lot of what our deck does revolves around this card. I was super hoping to see another one during draft, but we did not pick it. But I think we're just going to try this again as is. Duress, actually, that might even be better. We have five early game drops plus the Dragonfire. I think it's a pretty good assortment. That's about all we need trying to hit those early game plays. If we are lacking on removal, we're definitely gonna run into people who have more threats who can out-tempo us, which is where the Bone Splitters might be more important than it was. What is this guy doing in our deck? We have no combat tricks to support him. If we had some befuddles, it'd be much easier to get the payoffs from this to stack up. Or the unsummons that we didn't end up taking earlier. Yeah, there's just so little synergy. Even though this is an amazing card, there's so little synergy with what we're doing. Like, it's really tempting to run Yarok with the other discard card in our deck just for a critical mass of control effects to kind of compensate for our lack of removal, take things out of hand instead of hoping that we can deal with them. We probably have one too many 5-drops. I could probably cut one of these golems, but I like the bodies. Double black is really hard to cast. We're definitely in a majority blue situation, even though our mana curve doesn't reflect it because of our triple mana costs, double mana cost and triple mana cost. This is such a specific type of build. I very rarely end up in black-blue control when I'm drafting, but your game plan definitely changes a lot. Especially in M20. Like right now the format focuses so much on green beaters and combining those with elemental synergies. It's very aggressive format. It also has a lot of 1 mana aggressive creatures. It's actually pretty unusual that you go into a draft and you don't see 3 or 4 siphons just kicking around. Once again, we pulled the Weaponsmith. It's beautiful. We have turn 3 counterspell. We have a very strong opening hand. It's pretty awesome. And we have the dual land to start. Cheating, getting 21 health. Feels good. This guy thinks he's in white. Look at that mediocre health total. Pretty land though. Ooh, protection from red. Oh my. Okay. So, I don't think I want to hold on to the counterspell yet. This has an opening to attack. Getting the early 5/4 is definitely better though. He hasn't used... So being in white-blue, he has access to enchantment removals. This might be premature to play our largest threat, but I think the tempo's got to be worth it. Yeah, we're gonna YOLO. It's a risky play, but we're gonna YOLO the tempo. Paralysis is on 4, so we don't actually have to be afraid of that right now. We might keep open a land on this following turn in case he can paralysis our stone golem. Not that that makes any sense. You shouldn't be able to put constructs to sleep. So yeah, we're going to hold off on playing our 3/3 for a turn. And we'll probably use the opportunity to pull Dragonfire out of our deck. He probably thinks we have Bone Dash, also a common spell you see on 4. Ancestral Blade, he can pump something by 1. I'm okay with that. He creates a 1/1 soldier. We'll make a 2/4 is fine. He doesn't have enough to kill off the golem yet. Then he's gonna anticipate. Cool. Anticipate away. Tell me what you foresee. Alright, so let's pull the bow out of our deck. Didn't have to counterspell. So we did lose a lot of tempo by being overly cautious, but if he had enchanted our guy, we would have felt a lot worse. Right now he's only threatening with 2 damage. Double blocking does him no good right now, so don't feel bad about that at all. 5. And we can cast that with Dragonfire. Okay. First we'll go to combat, leaving mana open. Make this guy squirm a little bit. He'll sack his guy, it's fine. Next turn he's going to pump and have 3 damage in the air. We are not worried about getting out tempoed. We don't need either of these cards, so good time to get rid of them. And this is only for activated abilities, so we'll just put him down. Let's see what you got. And equip. We actually want him to attack with everything so that we can get in more damage next turn. He's doing nothing, so he's leaving mana open. Seems very likely that he's holding on to some counter spells. We'll do combat first, see if there are any shenanigans we're unaware of. Oh, vigilance, right. Okay. I'm gonna swing with both just in case that he doesn't call our bluff on the 3/3. Or if he has a combat trick, he's probably gonna try to kill the golem anyway. He's gonna unsummon this dude. That's alright. Okay. And he has to befuddle. So I can't kill his flyer with the Dragonfire. Which is pretty nice by him, but also not something that I'm worried about. We're going to tap this to use on the golem, leaving 3 mana open for a counterspell. Thief is tempo at the moment, but I'm not too worried about that. Can't attack or block. That's exactly the kind of thing that we want to counter. Blue-white flyers does not have a lot to do with a 4/4 body. And we are rich on lands. Hope to pull one of our many win conditions out of the deck would be pretty nice. And we're hitting for 7. We're no longer worried about who's going to win for damage. Squad captain. Nice. This is an ideal scenario for squad captain. And even being an ideal scenario, he's a 5 mana 5/5. 4/4. So 5 mana 4/4. Vigilance. So he's okay. Bring me to 9. He can swing for 7 next turn. Had a little bounce click there. Okay, totally fine trading these. And we'll call blue for this. Hold on to the land to bluff that we have something he has to worry about. And he had his own creature to follow it up. So now we cannot attack in for damage. We're going to slowly be whittled down by these flyers. Not that slowly with the artifact equipment here. The vigilance is working out pretty nice for him. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind giving him a trade just to nearly kill him. And yeah, this is where flyers are our biggest problem. We don't have much in the air, and we don't have much direct removal. At this point, I think if I swing with everything, I deal 2 damage to him, and he has 3 on the swing back. Numbers don't change if I draw a card of that. I think I am willing to sack him. How badly do I need to get damage in? He's gonna, I don't know. Do we really replace him right now? Just to draw a card? If that's our plan, we should have done it first, not second. You can swing with everything to do 3 damage to him. And then 1 damage next turn. It's not that great. Oh, yeah. And that's a lost game. I keep thinking I'm playing in best of 3 format. That's what I usually prefer. Especially in a set like this, the opportunity to sideboard changes so many things. And we get another land, so GG. One and one. Good old 50-50 odds. This guy kind of worked out exactly like I thought he would. We did reach the point where we could have cast Colossal Hammer. Kind of interesting to note. Target red or green permanent. Yeah, it's not worth having in the main deck. The question is, what do we cut him for, if anything? Probably the Heartpiercer bow. But for shits and giggles, putting in the hammer. We're going big. Could be our second last game. Who doesn't like a big old hammer? Big old hammer. Big old... Oh, we drew it in our opening hand, too. Okay, we're gonna make it happen. 6 mana, 10/10. It's gonna work. It was fate that we drew you this day. Opponent is on the play with red aggro and some kind of 1-drop in hand. Almost guaranteed to be a shock. Hopefully it's not the Destroy Artifact spell. Also for 1 mana. Might break our little hearts. Interesting. Boros. Boros is pretty weak in the set overall. We drop our Stone Golem this turn. And that's why we like Stone Golems. 3 mana 4/4. Arguably, well, next turn we can play Craps, but there's an argument that playing our largest power creatures this early is a mistake because they are threatened by removal. I think if we did not try to catch up in tempo, we'd be in a poor place. So we tap something down. Is that the secondary effect? Oh, untaps. The hell? Okay, that's pretty weak. Even if he's threatening, is it +3/+2? So if he has the 1 mana combat trick, which we know he's holding on to something, it doesn't actually prevent this trade. Oh, shock. Or that. Okay, it's fine too. And now we delay. We delay until we can have a 11-16 crap. Yeah, that's what we do. I'm just gonna do this right now. Oh my god. The Colossal Hammer. Fear the crabs. Fear them. Man, nobody likes dropping their pants to a doctor. Although, some people probably do. Another gauntlet. Oh my god. Are we taking 6? This is the stupidest thing. Alright, I'm taking 6. Three, 4, 5. One more land and we can equip this. Anticipate draw land? Yes, it can. We're gonna guarantee. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, we can't. There's no lands. We can kill it with Meteor Golem next turn. It's also very good. Because he's invested 3 cards into this already. And we can chump block it. And we can draw the bow out of our deck. The vial, I should say. It's gonna be alright, folks. It's gonna be alright. For 5. It's pretty dangerous going down another 6, so we're just gonna sack him. Moorland Inquisitor. And guess what, buddy? Protection? From what? There's no color here. Ha 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 ha. Wonder if that's what he's holding on to. That'd be cool. Feels bad. Oh, and a lesson to all you drafters. This is why stacking all of your cards onto a single creature is very, very dangerous. Because if the opponent has 1 removal spell in their entire deck, you just lost all of those investments. And if you're this guy, you immediately rage quit. So, yeah. Don't learn from me. Learn from my opponent's